This episode is brought to you by Google Gemini. With the Gemini app, you can talk live and have a real-time conversation with an AI assistant. It's great for all kinds of things, like if you want to practice for an upcoming interview, ask for advice on things to do in a new city, or brainstorm creative ideas. And by the way, this script was actually read by Gemini. Download the Gemini app for iOS and Android today. Must be 18 plus to use Gemini Live.
When your gut feels off, your whole day can feel off. Activia probiotic yogurts and dailies are a quick, easy, and tasty way to up your gut health game every day. They're deliciously smooth and creamy and packed with billions of live and active probiotics. Your gut is where it all begins, so start with Activia. Enjoying Activia twice a day for 2 weeks as part of a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle can help reduce the frequency of minor digestive discomfort.
Hey everyone, Sarah B here. Oh my gosh, welcome to another episode of the Sarah B Show. What is going on? It is Sunday night, technically Saturday night, if you want to do the math of it is Labor Day weekend. So, you know, most of us have off Monday. So technically tonight is like Saturday take two, right? Saturday part two. Kind of, technically, yup. I'm exhausted right now. I had a crazy night. It was very fun. I spent the whole day out with my family, basically outside. Excuse me. Oh, I'm definitely not editing that out. That felt too good. I hope I made some of you yawn. If not, you're a psychopath. Anyway, so yeah, I've been spending the day outside with my family. It was very hot, but very nice. And just the four of us, like no extra people. Like it was kind of crazy. Like it never, you know, we always have like extended family, which I love, but it's never just the family. And it was nice. It was a fun day outside and having some sangrias and beers and watching little puppies play. And then we went and got a nice dinner together. It was just like a really fun day. So that is what I'm coming off right now. I kind of didn't want to go home. I was kind of in party mode a little bit, but I was also like, I'm tired. What should I do? So anyway, I ended up coming up to the studio. I had to do some extra work, and now here I am recording a podcast. I was like, it is almost 9 p.m., and I haven't done one in a bit because I've been in space and up to a lot of crazy stuff, y'all. Shout out to everyone that downloaded my last podcast that I never promoted. It was just like a sneaky link, a little sneaky one that I snuck in there for you guys randomly just to see if it would work, really, to see if I could schedule one, and it did. So not as many downloads since I didn't promote it or whatever, but shout out to those that did see it, the ones that pay attention and see it just pop up, and pretty rad. You guys are super awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to talk to you guys today about something that happened to me last night, and that was that I went on a date. And I am just going to say it right now before we get started. It's the best date I've ever been on in my entire life. If they want to do it, they will. They can. That's all I'm going to say about that. I will get into all the details here in just a minute, but I also want to say, woo, I am back from outer space, if you will. As you guys know, I've been working on a project for the last month or a couple months, and can't talk about what exactly I've been up to or where I've been or what I've been doing, as I did sign an NDA for real, a pretty crazy one, pretty high tech, a lot of long pages, a lot of big numbers. Oh, here we go again. Oh yes. Oh my God, nothing feels better than a good yawn. Well, some things, but it's up there. It's up there. Anywho, so I haven't been able to talk to what I've been up to, but I can definitely say to you guys that I have finished it. I have completed it. Last time I came back from space, quote unquote space, I had a month until I got to go back again, but this time it is done. It is done. It is over. It's sad because it was such a great project, and I'm sad to see it coming to an end. But I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. Can't wait to tell you everything I've done. I'm actually going to take these next couple of weeks and come up and record episodes about every single thing that I did in space. Just because I don't want to forget anything. There's so many details about everything. I could probably do I think I'll definitely do a series, on everything that we did in space and all the trials and tribulations and drama and chaos and fun, and just give you guys all the details. But I'm going to record it now so I don't forget, and it's still fresh in my brain. And then when I'm actually able to talk about it, then I will release those. Here we go again. Yawn number 3. Ooh, let's keep track. How about every time Sarah B yawns from here on out, you have to take a shot. It's a drinking game podcast. It's fun. Anyway, this podcast is crazy too, because I always say it like, I have friends and family that listen and coworkers and old teachers, just people that reach out and they're like, I love your podcast. And I had no idea they listen. But there's so many random times that I found out like more people listen than I even thought, and like people I never would have thought. So it's kind of interesting. Shout out to one hot Latino DJ, you know who you are, who actually thought I went to space for a second. He had a blonde moment. It was so cute. I wish I did actually go to space, maybe one day. But anyway, adorable. Okay, so that happened. Oh, one last little order of business. So it is Sunday night right now. We have tomorrow, which is Monday, Labor Day. Starting Tuesday, I'm going to do a super quick reset go cleanse. I don't even know how long yet. It's going to be minimum of 4 days, maybe 11 days. I'm going to see how I feel. But I know a lot of you have ordered products as well. So if you guys wanted to start with me, I'm going to start on Tuesday, which is the 3rd. There's also a huge group Go Cleanse coming up with the Lex and Terry show that I believe starts September 7th. So if you want to wait till then, definitely do that. But I would love to keep in contact with you guys, hear how it's going. Or if you want to start with me coming up on Tuesday, that's cool too. I will be posting pictures, videos, all the stuff before and after news. I've definitely gained some weight back. It's funny because all my clothes still fit perfectly and good and loose and whatnot, which is really the sign. But I know I have a lot of water weight and, stuff from space. So I definitely need to get back on track, especially because there's a lot of appearances coming up, a lot of exciting things happening in a month, and I just want to get back to my best. So I just need a little reset. Summertime has gotten me a little crazy. Sweets have gotten me crazy, man. All the crumble, all the chocolate I've been eating, oh my gosh, it's crazy. It is crazy. I'm not going to joke with you guys. I have a chocolate chip cookie waiting for me in my car right now, and I'm going to go home tonight, and I'm going to get high, and I'm going to eat the damn thing, and that is going to be Sarah B's exciting Sunday night, and I'm pretty stoked about it. So there you go. Anyway, but if you guys want to order any products, if you haven't already, I get a lot of people hitting me up asking about this. I actually have my own website now with Go Cleanse, which is super exciting. And so anyway, thank you to guys. Thank you to all you guys who have ordered from there and are starting this journey or continuing this journey with me. It's so exciting. You yourself can go to gocleanse.com/Sarah if you want to check out any products or order anything, and this goes through me. It is gocleanse.com/Sarah, SARAH. There's also a number you can call if you have any questions or health concerns or whatever. They can definitely help you out before you decide to get started. So many options on there. Again, sometimes I like to do just little quick 4-day resets, and that's not even a thing, but it works for me so well, and I love it. I'll do two shake days, 2 cleanse days, and I always drop around 8 to 10 pounds, which is exciting. Woo! So that being said, I'm going to eat my damn chocolate chip cookie tonight before I get started. My last little exciting cheat. So it'll be fun. Okay, guys, now let's get to the meat and the potatoes of what today is really about. I actually texted this guy earlier, and I was like, hey, is it cool if I post about this or do a podcast about our date? He hasn't answered yet. I'm sure he'll say yes. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this anyway and then post it. I won't say his name, so it doesn't really matter, I suppose. And who wouldn't want to get bragged about? Because it is all good things I'm going to say here. Okay, let me take a sip of water. Ooh, and then I will spill all the tea for you guys. Here we go.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in places that could expose you to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, their US-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
This year, Santa's bringing the power of Energizer into his workshop.
Whoa, the Energizer Bunny's got so much power.
Wait, he's powered up all the toys. I think that means we're done for the year.
I love this bunny.
He's the hardest working helper the North Pole has ever seen. And he wants all your gifts to have the power of the #1 longest lasting AA battery. So this holiday season, stock up on Santa's and the elves' favorite battery, Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
Okay, so as y'all know, I got out of a relationship. I say recently, it's getting a lot less recently, as we've talked about. December it ended. Technically, I moved out March or April, so I feel like that's when it really ended. But I digress. Either way, it is what it is. I've been talking to some people, been on the apps a little bit, not really wanting to meet anyone, not wanting anything serious, definitely not. Just kind of doing my own thing, finding my footing in the world again, learning to be independent again, learning my hobbies, trying to cultivate some more stuff with my career, just doing my thing. But in space, the first leg of space, I told you guys I met someone there, and I really liked him. I'm not going to say his name, but I will say I've said this before, too. He lives he is from New York. And so this last month that, before I went back into space, he was in New York with his family. So we've never hung out, since, the last time I said we were in Vegas. When we were in Vegas, that's when I met him. I first saw him at an airport in Dallas before we flew out to Vegas to go to space. And I just remember seeing him and being like, damn, this guy's hot. He's super cute, good looking, totally my type, long hair, Moroccan, just gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And just too cool for school. He had that whole attitude and vibe, right? And so anyway, then things went on, and I saw him again in space, and I was like, oh man, he's so hot. And I told my other astronaut friend, I was like, when we get back to Dallas, I'm totally going on a date with this guy. And it's so funny because she reminded me of that. And I was like, I did forget about that. Man, I totally shot my shot. I totally had so much confidence in it. When we get back, I am asking this guy out and we are going to go on a date, at least one. And so anyway, I talked about it before. After the space expedition, we got a couple days in Vegas to party and let loose. Things went really well. We really, really hit it off, had a lot of fun. High-fived. That was a great time. Thanks for everything. And like I said, I didn't know if that would be the last of it and be that was super fun. I'll never forget that. Thanks for the memories, peace. Or if it would be oh, we like each other. This could work. This personality match is nice. This could be something. And it kind of ended up going towards the latter of that, for both of us, which is really exciting. Again, he is younger than me, which is something I'm also not used to, but he is very mature and, doesn't like hanging around with people his own age and all that. So it definitely works out. But, it is all good. So, fast forward a month. I just went to space again recently. You guys saw that I was in Canada. There's no secret there. I was in Toronto. I wish I would have got to see more of Toronto. I didn't get to see a whole lot. But according to my Canadian friends that are not, Torontonians, they say that Toronto is kind of the armpit of Canada. I'm not saying that, all my Toronto friends listening, because I know I have a lot of you on here. I'm not saying that. I thought what I saw of Toronto was great. I wish I could have seen more. That's all I'm saying. So, but anyway, I was there. It was great. Got to see Buffalo a little bit as well. And my fellow astronaut was there. And, it was, like I said, we hung out in Vegas. Then it was a month of just FaceTiming every night for a couple hours, getting to know each other. It was great. And then we get to Buffalo, and we're cool, we get to see each other again. And it could have been anything, right? It could have been we saw each other and we're like, oh, this isn't exactly what we thought. Or, oh, we are not hitting it off again like we did before. Oh, the chemistry's really not there. It could have been any of that, right? But it absolutely was not. It was perfect. It was just great again. Things were so fun. It was awesome. And we got to hang for a couple days before our space expedition began. And then we got split up again. But it was a super good time while it lasted, and things just went really well. And then he came back to Dallas, and we were like, cool, we're gonna hang out when we get back. So fast forward a week, I'm back from space. Oh, here we go, number 4. Oh, number 4. Oh, take a shot, everyone. Okay, so we get back in Dallas. He wanted to pick me up from the airport. I was basically you'd have to fight my mom because she's been wanting me to come home so bad. So anyway, we decide to go out this weekend, and it was last night. He's like, I really want to take you out to dinner. What do you like? Do you like Italian? Do you like this? I was like, I honestly like everything. I was so easy. I'm the worst person. He's like, what time do you like to eat? I'm like, anytime is fine. Okay, do you like this or this? Yeah, I like anything. I'm awful. Or easy. I don't know. I feel like guys don't like it when girls are indecisive or just say they're fine with anything. But I genuinely mean it. So I feel like you have carte blanche to do anything. So either way, last night was phenomenal, guys. Okay, so basically my morning started off, I went out Friday night, actually, with Lex and Laloba, and we went to see Jarrett, the singer of Bowling for Soup. He was doing some country stuff. He has a new country band, and it was really, really fun. And I should have expected it more because, it is Lex and Party Lex and Laloba and me and, alcohol. Anyway, long story short, I like really got like way too crazy that night, more crazy than I thought I was originally thought I was going to get. And I was very hungover waking up yesterday morning. And then I had to go take my bike in for its service and do all this adulting stuff I did not want to do. But anyway, I got home and I figured, well, my fellow astronaut, I have not said his name. We call him -10 on the other show because he is 10 years younger than me. Anyway, I don't really have a name for him. But either way, he said he was going to come pick me up. So I figured, obviously, he'll probably come over. So I need to clean. I needed to get ready. There's just so much I had to do. And I did. So he's going to pick me up at 8:15. 8:17 comes and there's a knock on my door, which I was surprised about. I was literally just waiting for a text that said, "Hey, I'm here, come down." Basically, like that's all it's ever been from guys, right? But nope, not tonight. And also, like, he didn't tell me where we were going. He told me it's a surprise. It's going to be really nice. Dress up. So I'm like, cool. And as a girl, you're like, shit, what do I wear? Like this, that. I just went for like little black dress with heels. I could dress up, dress down. And it was great. So anyway, he knocks on the door at 8:17 and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And he shows up in his suit and he looks so handsome and so nice and just so cute. And this is our first time, like our first like time like hanging out in Dallas at all or seeing each other in Dallas. And like we both like could not stop smiling, like, oh my God, I can't believe this is actually happening. Like it was so awesome. So we hugged and he's like, are you ready to go? And he walked me down. It was just very sweet. Isn't that so sad though? Like 2024, I'm like, I've never had a guy come to my door and knock to get me, like, ever. That's like movie shit. Like it doesn't happen in real life. So that like was the first step that to me like already set the bar, like, damn. So we get downstairs, we walk down, and then he comes to my side and opens my effing door for me. Like that is just the sweetest. Now I will say, for those of you that listen to Lex and Terry too, Taint, or Tyler Baker, he did that to me. One date we went on before, he did open my door for me, but I guess to kind of ruin it, saying Taint did that. It's like, that's not that great, but no. Anyway, it was so sweet. So already starting off like with wins there, right? Like picking me up at my door and opening my car door for me. So sweet. And I still have no idea where we're going. I've also never like rode with this guy. So that's kind of scary, right? Like hopefully this guy's a good driver, but he was great. He drove really safe, really perfectly. Very different than me, who drives like with road rage constantly. I feel so sad for him if he ever is to ride with me. He's going to see a very different side. But I digress. So we get to the restaurant. It was like straight downtown, uptown Dallas. It was in a hotel, and it's called Monarch. And I'd heard of it before on like the Dallas blog sites and this and that. I've never been there. So we go inside. The hotel is beautiful. And we go up to the elevator. We went to the 49th floor. And it was so funny. He's like, that was like the longest elevator ride ever. And I was like, I thought it was really short. But we went up there. The view was unbelievable. I mean, you got to think it's nighttime. It's downtown Dallas. We're right there beside like Reunion Tower, like the ball and everything. And I was showing him all the places like, oh, this is Southside Ballroom. That's a great concert venue. And there's this and that. And we were looking at like rooftop pools and people swimming. The view was just beautiful. It was just gorgeous. It was just so gorgeous. And so was he. It was just so fun. So we get there. They're like, your reservation will be ready in a few minutes. If you want to sit at the bar, you know, get a drink, we'll come get you when it's ready. So we sat at the bar, and we both got dirty martinis, and he got blue cheese olives. I don't know. I'm telling you guys all the details. It's fine. I will say, I think, and I've had a lot of them. They're my favorite drink. I think that might have been the best dirty martini I've had ever. Like, ever. If not ever, then definitely top, like, 3. It was phenomenal. So good. Anyway, so then our table was ready, and we're sitting at our table, and, you know, he's like, you want to get some apps? And I'm like, yeah, definitely. Like, you know, you order some stuff. I'm good with whatever. So he takes it upon himself to order, which is definitely a turn on, super cute. We have kind of an ongoing joke with oysters. I guess I could just tell you because I'm here doing the podcast. But basically, when we were in Buffalo, me and a group of fellow astronauts went out to a steakhouse. He actually wanted to take me out that night. And I was like, well, I promised my other friends we could all go out. So we did. And I wasn't very hungry. So I just ordered oysters, a dozen oysters. And they brought me like this giant like ice tray of oysters that sat just directly in front of me, which was just so damn funny. And I was just talking about how oysters are an aphrodisiac and they're sexy and it's hot to eat them. And they're like, there's no way. Like somebody doesn't look hot eating oysters. And I managed to eat like 11 of them without anybody seeing me. And they're like, how did you eat all this without any of us looking at you? And I was like, I don't know. That's how I literally got their attention on the last one. I was like, this is how you eat an oyster, sexy. Anyway, so he gets to this restaurant last night. And he's like, obviously, we have to get oysters. So he gets a dozen oysters. And even the oysters were like the best I've had. They were really small, like compared to other places, but they were like the freshest. Like you could just taste the freshness. It was like unlike any I've had before. It was so good. And he got some Wagyu beef carpaccio and like all. It was just so good. And as they bring appetizers out and we're talking and drinking and just having great conversation, our waiter comes over with like 4 dozen pink roses. Y'all, what is happening? I felt like a fucking princess. Like, this is Disney or something. This is real life. What? Anyway, so he brings the flowers over. It was like the sweetest thing. I was speechless, genuinely. And he left a card with it too. And the card was so sweet. Oh my God, I wish I like knew the exact words of it. It said like something like, oh man, I want to see the good, the bad, and the ugly, or the good, the bad, and the tough, or something, because they're all beautiful, or something. It was just so freaking sweet. The handwriting was gorgeous. Then I find out, he tells me, that he actually came to this restaurant that we're at the day before to scout it out and scope it out and make sure it was like up to par for what he wanted. He wanted to check and see what the vibe was like, if the view is worth it, ambiance, all of that. So he came there to make sure. He also went and picked out all of these flowers, took them to get the like whole like bouquet made, like the whole arrangement made, and sought out somebody to write the card with calligraphy writing. Oh my God, you guys, what? And then he had the flowers brought there so they could be delivered during dinner, because he's like, I could have brought them to you at the door, but I thought that was like kind of cliches. Like I wanted to be more special. And I'm just like, what is happening? I'm like, who are you? Like, are you real? And he's like, well, I'm an event planner. This is what I do. And I'm like, this is crazy. You guys, it was just, I could not stop smiling. I'm still smiling. I can't stop. Like, I feel like I'm on cloud 9. Like, I literally felt like a princess. Like, what is happening? I was like, this isn't real life. I was like, just even the knocking on the door and the opening my car door was more than my last boyfriend did for me in 5 years. And I'm not exaggerating. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it was just great. And the waiters, the wait staff there, like everyone was just awesome. Good conversation continued. We ended up getting, what did we get? Like bolognese, lasagna, and like this truffle mushroom risotto side. And we just kind of like shared everything like family style. And the food was phenomenal. The pasta was all like made from scratch, like hand rolled, everything. So good. So good. And had another martini. Yeah, and then I was like, this was just the absolute best night. I was like, thank you so much. It was just so sweet. And he's like, oh, it's not over yet. You know, he's like, more surprises to come. I'm like, oh, how could it get any better? It was just so great. So anyway, we ended up leaving and we drove home to my apartment. And I was like, you want to come up for a bit? And he's like, yeah, for sure. So he did. And then, he brought the food up to put in the fridge, and because we had a lot of leftovers, and he had a couple more bags. And we get up there and he's like, I got you something today. And I'm like, what? What is happening? And he's like, don't freak out. He's like, it's something major. It's not a big deal at all. And he's like, but I went to the store today in North Park. And he's like, I saw the worker there and she was wearing this. And he was like, oh my gosh, like, is that out? And she was like, no. And he was like, I just thought you would love it. And, he's like, I just really wanted to get it for you. And so there's 2 bags that he had. And he's like, the small bags are always the best ones. So open the small one last. And I was like, okay. So the bags were Tory Burch. And I opened the first one. And it is just the absolute cutest, most gorgeous tote, like little crossbody bag. It is so cute, just so pretty. And oh my God, it was just so gorgeous. It's like the outside is like a pattern, like monogram, and the inside is yellow. It's just so pretty. And I just I was speechless. I'm like, what? I've never even bought myself like a freaking bag this nice, like, ever. And this is our first date. What is happening? I couldn't even say anything. I was just like, I was so speechless. I'm like, what is happening? And then he's like, what? He's like, well, now it's a small bag. He's like, what makes every bag perfect? I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, a bag charm. I'm like, oh my God. So he also got me a matching bag charm. It is the cutest little dog. And he put it on it for me. And it's just like, you guys, like, what? What's happening? Genuinely, I just finished Emily in Paris season 4, part 1. And I'm like, this is the shit that happens in Emily in Paris, or like Sex and the City, or, like, this isn't real life. Literally, when I'm watching Emily in Paris, this is shit that happens to her, like in Paris with these hot guys that are like gifting her everything. And I watch that and I love it because it's like such a fantasy, and you escape from real life to this. But I'm like, this isn't what happens in real life. This is just a TV show. No, it happened to me last night. Like, what is happening? Oh my God. It was just, oh my gosh. I can't. It was like the absolute perfect night from start to finish. I just was in shock. Like, and the guy looks fucking gorgeous. Like, how did I get so lucky? How did I hit the jackpot? Like, is this what it should be like? Is this how it's supposed to have been all along? And I just had no idea. I don't know, but I'm just so happy. I'm so blessed. What a perfect night. And then we had our fun after. I won't get no kissing and telling, right? Even though I do it all the time. But right now, it's just too romantic. I don't want to mess it up. It was just perfect. So what a night. What a night. What a night. Amazing. I'm really happy. Obviously, we're going to continue seeing each other. Things are going well, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And yeah, you know, once I can tell you guys how we actually met, it's like the coolest story in the entire world. So he is a great one. What a catch. And this is what they tell you, right? Like, if a guy wants to, he will. And just wow. Just wow. I still feel like a princess, y'all. Like, it's crazy. So anyway, that is my date story. I feel like it was kind of a brag, but like, I feel like it's worth it. I've never had a date like that to brag about. It was genuinely the best date I've ever been on. And not only like the best date, it was a first date. The best first date, the best date, just the best. The best. Anyway, so there you go, guys. It was so much fun, and I just wanted to tell you guys about it. It felt really special, and I'm like, you know what? After all the bullshit I went through with the last 5 years, I'm just like, wow, what a breath of fresh air. So there are still amazing guys out there. You know what? I'm even going to give an apology right now, because I'm always like, every guy cheats. Every guy sucks. Like, I've been bitter, right? And this one proved it wrong. So I am apologizing right now to all the crappy comments I've made about men in the last, like, 8 to 9 months. You know, I feel like I had good reason, but not everyone is the same. And I got proved that. And that feels really good. In this instance, I really enjoyed being proven wrong. So anyway, it was great. And there you go. I am going to get out of here. I am exhausted. I am very much going between, do I want to go for one drink at a dive bar before going home for the night? Because I can, because I have tomorrow off, you know. Things to do, adulting to get ready for, but I might go for one more, especially since I'm starting that cleanse on Tuesday. So we will see what happens, but that is what's going to, I don't know, that's what I'm going to do. Thanks, guys, for everything. I still love getting your messages and all your guesses about what's happening in space. They are cracking me up. Genuinely love all of you. A lot of people, everyone thinks I'm on The Bachelor or The Circle. So funny. I actually almost did make it on The Circle before, but no, that is incorrect. But great guesses, y'all. Once again, if you want to do the Go Cleanse with me or start it on September 7th or just have it in your back pocket to try eventually, let me know. I'm going to be posting what my shake days and what my cleanse days look like on social media, and we will go from there. You can go to gocleanse.com/Sarah if you would like. To join along with the fun and weight loss. And my thing is, like, I'm so happy to be at my goal weight again. Like I've said this before, I'm just happy to be at my goal weight before pumpkin season, basic bitch season. Like, I want to drink all the pumpkin beer. I want to eat all the pumpkin yum-yums and drink all the delicious fall drinks and not have to worry as much about it. And I am finally at that point. So I already had a pumpkin square from Crumble. And I had, what did I have this weekend too? I had an iced pumpkin chai from Starbucks. I had a pumpkin brulee from Dutch Brothers. Oh my God. And it's just September 1st while I'm recording this right now. Oh, so happy fall, y'all. Hell yeah. All right. Well, my delirium is hitting a new high, and it's just not cute anymore. So I am going to get out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I love you all. Yeah, I don't know, man. Go to sarahbshow.com, find my other episodes there, subscribe, message me, let me know what you want to hear about, all these things. And I will see if I can get my guy, who I went on a date with last night. I need to call him something. I don't want you guys stalking him. Not just yet, but I'll see if he'll come on a podcast soon. I think he'd dig it. So, okay, guys, I love you all. Hope you're having a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Be safe out there. Don't drink and drive, but have fun always. And I will talk to you all very soon. Sarah B out.